You've probably noticed that when you look at things underwater, they look sort of funny. Their size, shape, location is distorted from what it really is. So if you had a glass of water and you dropped something in the water, looking at it from above, it looks different than when you'd look at it from the side or when it was out of the water. So here we want to try to understand why that is and how refraction causes the locations of things to be distorted. So now we're considering an object underwater. My object here is a little goldfish. So we have a goldfish some distance under the water. Here's an eyeball looking at the goldfish. This would be the direct line of sight from you to the goldfish underwater. But we know that light refracts. So the light from this goldfish that hits your eye did not follow this straight line path. It must have bent. So it must have headed off in one direction to be redirected into your eye. Now, water is a higher index, air is a lower index. Going from the water into the air, the path of the light is going to bend away from the perpendicular. Just like when we were going from air into water, it bends into the water. When it's going from water to air, it bends away from the perpendicular. So away from this direction. So that means the light that arrives at your eye from the fish didn't start from here and head off in this direction. It started off heading somewhere like this, and then was redirected due to refraction off into your eye. So it actually traveled a path more like this. And what that means is when you see something, you're not able to perceive that the path was bent. You're just imagining that that light traveled from a straight line, because to you it came in a straight line. And so we project things backwards. And if you project this backwards to the position of where the fish is, sort of horizontally, that would put the fish over here. So instead of seeing the fish deep in the water, you would see it much closer to the surface. And that's what happens to things underwater. Because the light coming from those things bends away from the perpendicular, the location of the image, where we see it, always ends up closer to the surface.